Hello, Daniel Flores here, your Bay Area's real estate agent. Today, I will be talking about the current housing market and how it's affecting everyone throughout the United States, but specifically in the Bay Area. So first, let's talk about the National Housing Market Indicators. As of February, we saw the activity and housing market a bit mixed overall. Purchases of new homes declined. New single-family sales fell by 4.5% to 801,000 units in January from 839,000 units in December, and were 19.3% lower than a year ago. Monthly data on new sales tend to be volatile, though. Sales of existing homes reached a one-year high. The National Association of Realtors reported that January sales of existing homes, including single-family homes, townhomes, condominiums, and cooperatives, rose by 6.7% to 6,500,000 homes. The highest since January, but 2.3% lower a year earlier. Interest rates are low, but lean inventory and housing price growth are constraining sales. Year over year, housing price increase remained high in December, with an annual gain ranging from 18 to 19%. The Federal Housing Finance Agency seasonally adjusted only house price index for December estimated that home values increased by 1.22% from the previous month and 17.6% year over year. The same as in November. The FHFA index shows that U.S. home values are 63% above the peak set in April of 2007 during the housing bubble. The non-seasonal adjustment, the NSA CoreLogic 20 City Home Price Index, posted a 1.8% increase in home values in December and year-over-year returns of 18.6%, up from an 18.3% annual gain in November. Just keep in mind, both price index are released with a 2-month lag. And finally on the list, the inventories of homes for sale rose for new homes but reached a record low for existing homes. The listed inventory of new homes for sale is at 406,000 units at the end of January, an increase of 3% from December and 34.4% year over year. That inventory would support about 6.1 months of sales at the current sales pace, up from 5.6 months in December. Available existing homes for sale reached a record low of 860,000 units in January, down by 2.3% from December and 16.5% from 1.3 million units a year earlier. That listed inventory represents a 1.6 month supply, also a record low and down from 1.7 months in December. The ideal long-term average for month supply of homes on the market is 6 months. So we are substantially low on inventory. So now let's take a look at the Bay Area. So far in 2022, the real estate market appears largely unfazed by higher interest rates, volatility in the financial markets, and troubling international events. The continued strong buyer demand and the low inventory is causing prices to continue to go up. We are still seeing crowded open houses, multiple offers, fierce overbidding, and fast sales with no end in sight. This is not to say that there haven't been buyers negatively impacted by higher loan rates or a recent decline in their stock portfolios, which have caused some buyers and some sellers to become more hesitant on buying and selling. But this is not enough to move the needle on the fundamental high demand, low supply conditions which dominated 2021. As typically, At the start of the year, the number of new listings coming on the market and the number of listings going into contract continue to rise. These normally climb rapidly through the spring, which is typically the biggest selling season of the year. Now let's take a look at San Francisco County's numbers. As you can see in the chart from the NorCal MLS, homes sold over asking in February were about 70% of all homes. And the average sales price to original list price in February was 22% for single family homes and 5% for condos, as you can see on this chart as well. Average days on market, less than 14 days for single family homes and 32 days for condos. Now let's take a look at San Mateo County's numbers. So for over list price in San Mateo County for the month of February was 80% of all listed properties. The average sales price for original list price percentage was 15% over asking of each property listed. And the average days on market to accepted offer was 17 days. So now let's take a look at Alameda County's numbers. So for overbidding, it was 75% of listed homes. The average sales price to original sales price percentage was 18% over asking, and the average days on market was 26 days from listed to accepted offer. Now, my final conclusion is, as we see that markets are contracting and interest rates are coming in a little bit higher as we go into the spring market, there's still no end in sight because there's still a ton of demand and very low inventory. What I do caution people is, with all the international events happening and a lot of the other issues happening around the world, this could dramatically change everything that's been happening in the United States. But in the meantime, all signs indicate that we're still seeing a very strong seller's market all the way into the end of this year. All right, well, we made it to the end, and I just want to say thank you for following me and bearing through all this data. I know it's a lot, and if I missed any city or county that you would like me to report on, please send me a message or DM me. I would love to help you guys out or show you more information pertaining your neighborhood.